Hello everybody, Matthew from therighttrader.com here, back again with another cryptocurrency live stream. Welcome to the channel everybody. We're going to dive right into it here. Please make sure to smash that like button as you hop into the stream. And we're going to look at what's going on with this most recent crypto pump here. You can see the Bitcoin price right at $23,000 right now. This is a good sign, right? This is basically a continuation of this bull move, a continuation of this pump and breakout that you can see right here, where it really, started picking up steam several days ago, and it really hasn't stopped since, like I predicted. Okay, so we continued breaking out above $22,000, and now we're heading for our next leg up, and this one is going to be very important. And I think that we can also start to be a little bit, celebratory in a way, in the sense that I think that us revisiting $25,000 for Bitcoin is pretty much guaranteed at this point. Okay, now of course that's my own personal opinion, but based on what I'm seeing, based on how cryptos are moving and how they've been moving in the last few days, I think that seeing the $25,000 Bitcoin within a matter of a week or two is pretty much guaranteed at this point, and it might not stop there either, right? I am expecting us to see 28K. I would say that's almost guaranteed as well at this point, and that's based off of the fact that many of these cryptos have now started to bottom. And not only that, but we're also seeing a lot of stocks, tech related stocks, starting to bottom as well. Okay, so if we look over at the stock market, which tends to move in tandem with cryptos, okay, we saw the Nasdaq jump 2%. The Nasdaq has not been performing well, so the fact that some of these tech stocks like AMD, for example, which is closely related to crypto, right, all these chip makers, is pumping up 10% today, that's a very good sign for crypto. Okay, you'll also notice Tesla doing very well here as well. So this is being reflected across the board in crypto as well. We are moving higher in the $1 trillion market cap. And in the last 7 days here, you'll notice that Bitcoin is up 10%. The last 24 hours, outperforming ETH heavily as well. Okay, so it's actually started to outpace ETH, which is something that Bitcoin doesn't tend to do that often. Okay, but Bitcoin is really, really strong right now. A lot of the money is flowing into Bitcoin, and for good reason. Okay, Bitcoin is probably going to be the safest bet at this point in time. I love ETH. If anything, I have more exposure to ETH, but the fact of the matter is, all the big money, all the smart money is going to be heading into BTC first, especially right now with how low Bitcoin is. So that is, something to keep in mind. RSI is overbought, but you can see that that's not stopping this pump from happening because we are in a breakout right now. Okay, so the indicators are quite high, but we're continuing the breakout until we hit stronger resistance, maybe 25, 28K. We're not going to see much of a slowdown. Okay, I see 4 viewers in the stream. Welcome everybody. Please make sure to smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Say hi. I want to see who's in the stream. If there's any of our regulars, welcome everybody. And, if you have any questions about any cryptos or, things that you want me to take a look at, specific coins, I'll take a look at their charts. Just let me know down in the comment section below. Of course, if you want to make sure that I see your comment or you just want to support the channel, you can always drop a super chat as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Now, we're going to quickly go through some of these coins here, see some of the best performers in the last 24 hours. We got Lido, okay, as Ethereum is recovering, Lido is recovering as well. Axie Infinity here, we started to see some, gaming coins, metaverse coins start to pump again, and especially Decentraland and what's the other one? Sandbox, but now Axie Infinity is starting to kick up as well, up an impressive 36% in the last 7 days, okay? We're seeing a lot of the coins that were actually a bit slower in the last few weeks starting to turn back on again. So we've got Polkadot here. Starting to kick back up. Strong performance there in the last 24 hours, especially in the last 7 days. Same thing for XRP, okay? It broke out above 41 cents. That was something that I had predicted. And now it's going to be the march onward towards 70 cents. We'll take a look at the XRP chart in a second. ICP has been turning back on. This is a crypto that sold off a lot. Still carries some risk in my opinion, but, not bad performance there. Phantom, this one is really interesting. I do like Phantom, and I hope that we can see the day where Phantom makes a full recovery. In fact, let me pull up the Phantom chart here really quickly because this is an interesting coin. This was kind of the star of DeFi right before the end of the bull run. And as you can see here, it's breaking out very nicely. So it was quite range bound for a while. And as soon as we got above 30 cents, things really started kicking off. We are above all major 3 indicators in terms of the moving average and above the middle Bollinger Band. So really, really strong chart here for Phantom. And our next big resistance, we have a bit of resistance right around this 55-cent area, but our next big resistance is basically at $1. So there's actually quite a lot of upside potential for Phantom here. And of course, if we look back towards the all-time highs, right? This is a coin that did have some drama at the end of the bull market, but what you have to remember is it is a very, very powerful network, and very good move back to the all-time highs. It's a coin that does tend to move pretty quickly, right? If we look historically, you can see that its pumps were very sharp and very quick. Okay, yes, it did get that drop post-drama, but you have to remember that this is a coin now that's been around since, I believe, 2017. Let's go ahead and take a look if I'm correct here. 2018. So there's not that many coins, especially these type of layer 2 protocols, or sorry, proof of stake protocols that were around since 2018. So the fact that, it's here, it's still kicking, it's actually pumping, and it's actually substantially higher than when it launched, 3 years ago, is a very, very telling sign. Okay. And you'll see here the performance. This is no joke. 21,000% increase since it launched. Okay, there's many coins that you think are great performers that did not perform as good as this. Okay, this is actually pretty rare in crypto, except for some of the bigger coins out there like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I'd keep an eye on this one. This is a coin that fundamentally is very sound. It could run a big portion of the DeFi space, in my opinion. It was one of the fastest and best networks that I've ever used. And I'm interested to see what might happen to this in the next bull run. If you want to get some exposure to some proof of stake coins, this is one to consider. It does have higher risk, but it's something to consider, in my opinion. Not financial advice. You'll have to do your own due diligence because there's always more to consider. But I just thought I'd mention it there as it's performing quite well in the last 24 hours and in the last 7 days also. Okay, it actually outperformed Bitcoin and ETH, which is always a good sign. So that's about it for some of those stronger performers. Last 7 days, we got Curve there performing very well. Hedera, many of these coins that you see right here, I'd say the 10 ones that you see in the front, these are coins that always perform very, very good during the bull markets. Okay, so things like Filecoin, Theta Network, Engine Coin, right? These are coins that I've mentioned before, and these coins do tend to perform very, very well when the market turns back on. And that's kind of what's happening right now to a certain extent, okay? Now, I don't think that this current move is going to launch us in the next bull run directly, but I think it is the start. It is the first step there. And that's not a bad thing, to be honest. And, any of you who are watching now, I do applaud you because this is the time to be accumulating these coins, in my opinion, okay? This is kind of the last chance before the prices might be, 50 to 100% higher. And we don't know how quickly the bull market could turn back on, but knowing how crypto moves, knowing how quickly this little pump happened, okay, which was a pretty sizable, 35% pump for Bitcoin in a matter of days, it moves very fast, guys. And that is, you don't want to be caught on the wrong side of things when it turns back on. As far as Bitcoin, it's above all 3 main moving averages as well. We are about to get a crossover right here of the 50 above the 100-day. That's a golden crossover. Very, very powerful indicator on the charts. And when that happens, which I think is literally going to be maybe in the next week or two, that is probably going to push us very quickly to 25K plus. Okay? So that is the hint right there. It's going to be this indicator right here. If you don't know that much about technical analysis, please consider my technical analysis master course. Great reviews, over 240 students. Link in the description. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied. This will teach you everything you need to know about all these indicators, everything like that, everything that has to do with technical analysis. Let's go ahead and head over now to the Ethereum chart and welcome Guy to the channel. He's saying, hi, everyone. Make sure to participate in the stream, guys. If you have questions, you just want to say hi, anything like that, let us know in the comment section down below. I read every single comment during the live streams, and I don't want to miss out on your thoughts either. So let me know if there's any coins that you want me to do an analysis on. I will gladly take a look at them. If you want to help support the channel, help support these daily live streams and the great content creation that I make for you, please consider dropping a super chat as well. Now, looking at the Ethereum chart here, we can see there's a lot of levels that I drew in, okay? This might seem like a lot, but these are actually all pretty important levels, okay? So we got $2,000, $2,500, $3,000. These are all going to be, right now resistance, but they could turn into support. So we are coming up on our big level here, which is around this $1,650. Very, very important level, okay? A level that's caused us to fall back down, about 3 times now, if not more. A lot of resistance in this level. However, I do think that right now with how the crypto market is strong, I think we can blow past this and move higher. And I think when that happens, we're going to very quickly move to $2,000, okay? And at that point, I want to see, can we get to 2,500? And how are we trading when we're above $2,000, okay? Are we steady above $2,000? Or, is it very volatile above $2,000? That's going to tell us if we can maybe push above $2,500 and maybe make a run for that 3K, which would really be, if we were able to get 3K on ETH this year, which is not that hard, okay? That's about, double the price from where we are now, a little bit under that. I'd consider this year to be a success for crypto. Okay, you have to be realistic with what to expect this year in crypto. If we can already stabilize and even get a pretty good pump of around 50 to 100% on many of these big coins, you should consider yourself very, very happy, especially if you are a buyer right in this area over here while we were consolidating, okay? You probably got some very good prices, and, this is a recovery year, like I said in my last video. My last video went through most of the coins in the top 100, or at least any of them that I thought had good potential for the next bull market. I kind of gave my thoughts on it. If you want to check that out, gladly, you can find that on my channel. It's top cryptos for 2023. Okay, so that's something you can check out. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I see 3 likes and 14 viewers. This is a peak of viewers on the live stream. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Make sure to smash that like button. We're at 3 likes. I want to see us get at least up to 5 likes. And thank you so much for the support. Let me know. Let me see your comments down in the comment section down below. I want to see if there's new viewers here in the channel, or if we got some of our regulars watching today. It'd be super cool to see all of your comments, like Guy commented over here as well. So let's take a look at some news pieces before we head over to XRP here. Are NFTs back? OpenSea sales rise in consecutive months for first time in a year. Now, this is really, really bullish for my opinion, especially for Ethereum, okay? But for DeFi in general and for the crypto space as a whole, NFT is one of the biggest things that caused the last crypto market pump. And I think it's going to be a big part of the next crypto market pump, okay? Especially with how Instagram, Twitter is integrating NFTs now. So OpenSea had, of course, it was the star of the last bull run with the Bored Apes and everything, but its sales volume dropped 99%, I believe. So it really went from zero, from hero to zero, okay? Or I should say from zero to hero to zero again. And I think it's, going to return to hero again, right? And that's going to be amazing for any NFT holders, for Ethereum holders, etc. I own a lot of .eth domain names, and I think that NFTs will get their time to shine again, okay? What this means right here, OpenSea sales rise in consecutive months for first time in a year. It is a slow start, okay? We're not seeing the type of crazy hype that we were seeing before, and that's not a bad thing, okay? I'd rather not the NFT market just be filled with a bunch of junk, but it's a good sign that the interest is kicking back up, and like cryptos are starting to pump again, the interest in NFT is slowly starting to rise, okay? It's going to be a little bit more slow and steady than with cryptos directly. Okay, the money is first going to flow into the cryptos, but this is what could give us the new all-time highs. So seeing Bitcoin, above 100K, seeing ETH above, well above 5K, NFTs are what's going to cause that. And let me see, we got our first few bits of comments coming in here. We got Ant Gunner saying, big shout out from the UK. Welcome, Ant, to the channel. Frank W saying, I don't think I'll ever buy NFTs. I think that's completely fine. NFTs are not for everyone. I didn't want to touch NFTs for the longest time either, to be honest. I found some that I really like with the ENS domain names. I still hold all of the ENS domain names that I have, which is quite a few. And actually, ENS token price has been performing very, very well here in this bear market. It hit a bottom, several months ago, and it wasn't even that much of a drop. It's been very steady since. Okay, so this is probably going to be a very good performer in the next bull market with a very small market cap right now that should well be over $1 billion in my opinion, and probably will be in the middle of the next bull market. So I think with NFTs, it's not for everyone. It's completely fine if you don't have exposure to them. If you hold ETH or whatever, you're still going to benefit from NFTs pumping. But if you find something you like, it's good to explore those as well. Kind of dip your feet in it. Dogecoin here, still looking pretty green. I like Dogecoin at this 8-cent level. Okay, that's something that I'd said before. I think people are still underestimating Dogecoin. I think we're going to see it pump to well above $1 in the next bull run. And I like the fact that it's slow and steady. If I had cash on the side right now, I'd be getting into Dogecoin. I like Cardano. These are coins that I think people are underestimating heavily. And in the next bull market, you'll be looking at the Cardano chart at $3 and above, probably. And you'll be like, why did I not buy it when it was at 30 cents? What was going on in my head that made me not buy this? That's just my own personal opinion, not financial advice. We're seeing Solana slow down just a little bit here at around $25. That's something that I talked about. Solana is a coin that still has a lot of drama intertwined with it. I'd be careful buying this one over $25 right now. Okay, this one could still flip back quite a bit lower. Guy is saying, do you expect a crash if recession is announced? It's hard to say. Cryptos do tend to move sometimes differently than the rest of the market. But what I'd say is it's not about if recession is announced or not. It's about what's going on with the technicals. It's going to be very clear to see if a crypto crash is going to happen, right? If we head back below $1,000, you can be pretty much certain that we're going to go right back to $400, $300 on ETH. And if we go below that 15K level for Bitcoin, we're probably going to be going quite a bit lower than 10K. We could go as low as even 5K. So this is something that people don't like to hear. We have right now temporarily maybe avoided that, but you can see that if we sink below that 15K level, there's not a lot of support holding us back from a very, very rough drop. Okay. With that being said, right now with how it's moving, the odds of that are quite low. I would honestly place the odds of that at 5% right now. 10% if you want to be maybe a little bit more bearish, but I think there's only a 5% chance that we revisit the 15K level for Bitcoin, or that we were to go below $1,000 for ETH. Only about a 5 to 10% chance of that right now. So, we may go back to 18K Bitcoin, maybe 1,300 ETH or something like that. But flipping all the way back lower again, I don't know if that's going to happen, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and take over the XRP chart here. XRP is a coin that was acting a bit slowly, but I wasn't worried about it, right? Because I said we're going to break out above that 41-cent resistance. And you'll see on the chart here, you'll see the previous levels that I had drawn out. Right here, the 41-cent resistance level, we have cleanly broken out above that, okay? And on pretty good volume as well. We're about to break above the 70 line on the RSI. This is literally moving as planned as what I had predicted, okay? MACD looking great here. For those who don't know, this is really the beginning of a pretty big breakout for ETH. I think we could very quickly see ETH, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying ETH, XRP. We could very quickly see XRP, it's probably going to first head to 45 cents, but I think this is going to fly to 55 cents. And after that, I think it's going to continue this year. It's March onwards towards the 70-cent level. We'll have to see if we can get above that, but that's my main target, is getting to that 70-cent level this year. We got Iron Lux Trader in the stream. Welcome back, Iron Lux. You're a regular. I love seeing you in the live streams. Thank you so much for your regular support. We got Martin Galley saying, how about Green Metaverse token? I don't know this token. Some people ask me about these really, unknown tokens. I like to stick to some of the bigger tokens, just so people are not confused by weird and obscure small coins. Oh, actually, I forgot about Green Metaverse token. I know which coin you're talking about now. This GM, is this it? Is this the one? GMT token? I don't even know. But yeah, let's stick to the bigger coins here in these live streams, guys. And thank you for all the 17 viewers. We've really been getting great numbers of viewers on these live streams, especially as this crypto is kicking back up here. and it's something that I really, really do appreciate. So let's see. Martin Galley was saying the first one, this right here. So this is a coin that was, you know, absolutely skyrocketing during the bull market, as you can see here. Actually, this is a crazy move, 11 cents to $3. Surprisingly, considering how much it pumped, it actually did not drop that much. Okay, yes, it's an 85% drop, but you have to remember that some of the biggest cryptos we've seen, you know, Solana, Cardano, etc., they've seen similar drops. So considering that this is a, you know, a smaller coin, it actually did not perform that bad. With these coins that have a lot of hype, that have a big community behind them, I wouldn't be surprised to see them pump back to the all-time highs again. Mikey Brown is asking, what's my thoughts on Quant? I talked about Quant in my last video yesterday, but I can gladly mention it again. You know, this is a coin that I keep an eye on to track kind of how much strength there is in crypto right now, and we're definitely holding up. Okay, this is the coin that, you know, initially bottomed before every other coin. It pumped the most as well, and you know, I don't think we actually went as high as $200. That's really crazy. I'm expecting this one to go back to the all-time highs. I'm expecting to go above the all-time highs again. And wow, the all-time performance is amazing on this one as well. 66,000% in the last 4 years. Also a coin that surprisingly has been around since 2018. Okay, that's always a very, very good sign. You need to remember that, you know, I don't know when many of you have joined crypto. Actually, let me know right now in the comment section below what year you joined crypto. But you have to remember, a lot of the coins that you see here right now are, you know, fairly new. Okay, if you're around, for example, during 2016 or even during 2018 or whatever, there was many different coins here that have disappeared. Okay, disappeared. Like, for example, what was this coin? NEM. Let's see here. This coin right here. Let's see what its market cap ranking is. 117. This coin used to be, I believe, top 10 at one point. Okay. Probably many of you here have no idea about this coin and have never seen it. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, there's coins like this that come and, you know, they disappear forevermore, kind of. That's honestly not even the worst example. It's still moved quite a bit from its peak bottom and has been around for a long time. But there's really coins that are here today, gone tomorrow. Okay, so you always need to be careful with that. You know, what is an example of that? Well, Terra Luna. Where is Terra Luna right now? Okay, it's out of the top 100 entirely. It still has the, you know, new Terra coin or whatever, but I guess it might not be out of the top 100 exactly, but it's a coin that, you know, compared to its previously glory, has disappeared. Okay, and, you know, the same can be said to an extent for Solana, although Solana is holding up. You know, I still think this one could make a recovery here, but you never know which coin might just, you know, vanish from the top 100, the top 200, etc. Okay, and with that being said, Quant, you know, it's been around. It's always performed quite well, actually. It's kind of on a perma bull run in a way, and you know, yes, it got that big pullback, but it recovered very nicely. That's exactly what you want to see. Okay, so Quant, you know, no point in me even looking at the more detailed chart. It's a very, very strong performer. Yeah, Mikey Brown can agree with me on that. He's saying, yes, NEM used to get a lot of chatter. Even NEO was a big one. Now, NEO still has some presence in crypto, but same thing. You know, NEO was, I guess, a top 10, top 15 as well. Where is it now? It's 77. Okay, so that's not even, like I said, there's much worse examples of this. Okay, but very similar. You know, a coin that had a lot of backing, a lot of support, and just kind of vanished from crypto in many ways. Okay, and like I said, there's much worse examples of this that I can't think of off the top of my head because there's so many coins out there. Mikey Brown is saying, thanks, brother, no problem. Which do you think is the best to invest in right now? Martin Galley. Of course, I never give financial advice, but I would recommend watching my video that I made yesterday on, you know, the best coins for 2023 to catch the recovery. You know, of course, Bitcoin and ETH are going to be some of the best coins out there right off the bat. And that's a bit of a boring investment, but it's also something that is the most guaranteed in my opinion. With that being said, you know, if you stick even to the top 15 coins, top 12 even, you're going to catch most of the bull run, okay? That's something that I really want to make clear for everybody, to not need to go into weird coins that will, just vanish. Let's go ahead and take a look at that actually. Go in the top 200 here, or top 100 plus, and, you're going to see coins that, things like AMP. AMP was very, very high up in the crypto rankings. It fell substantially. Like I said, that's not even one of the worst examples. Moonbeam right here. I still think this one could get maybe a bit of a pump if Polkadot does good. But Band Protocol, maybe some of you have not heard of these coins, but these coins were actually pretty strong performers. Anchor, absolute disaster with Anchor. Many of these coins have created permanent bag holders, okay? SafeMoon. This is a very good example, actually. It took crypto by storm in the bull market, and look at where it's at now. Okay, you don't want to be holding this type of coin. You're going to be holding it forever, and it's forever going to do nothing. There's many examples of this in the crypto space. Okay, it's actually a never-ending amount of coins, and that's why I'm saying you can skip all of this headache, okay, by just going right here into the top 15, top 12, whatever. And if you buy things like Bitcoin, ETH, Cardano, BNB, Dogecoin, those are all kind of boring examples. In a way, it's kind of what some of the least educated people in crypto buy. But I've seen, people who were absolutely stupid make hundreds of thousands of dollars on Dogecoin. I literally saw it personally in my life. So, it is what it is. Like, it's kind of a follow the crowd mentality in the bull market. It's like people who bought random NFTs who made a lot of money just because there was hype surrounding it, right? Now, of course, I wouldn't say that's a great investment thesis, right? That's not maybe the best way to invest, but I'm just giving you ideas, okay? Not financial advice. Like I said, Bitcoin and ETH, has anyone who invested in crypto gone wrong in the long term with Bitcoin and ETH? The answer is no, okay? There is no question about that. You can just look at the past performance on these charts, okay? So, and like I said, we looked at many of these altcoins, and none of them performed as good as Bitcoin and ETH. Actually, maybe some performed as good as Bitcoin. ETH is really a crazy performer, okay? So that should give you hopefully a good idea of how to go about these things. There's not that much news in the crypto markets right now, which is not a bad thing. I actually kind of like that. I mentioned this rise in NFTs. That was pretty key news in my opinion. But, the crypto sentiment is definitely split between people who think that this is just going to be a quick pump and back to, crashing, so to say, or that the bottom is already in, right? That it was the 15K BTC bottom, and that now we're off to the races, okay? To a bigger or lesser extent. And I think that we're actually somewhere right in the middle of that, where I don't think we're going to go crashing back down again. I also don't think that we're just going to, see these cryptos take off and go right back to the all-time highs. No, I think what we're going to see is slowly but surely, we're going to get to those higher levels, like 77 cents for, or 70 cents for XRP. And then we're going to come back down a bit, right? And that's going to disappoint a lot of the people who really wanted to see a quick pump. But we're still going to be better off than where we were now, even if we dip a little bit lower again. And then we're going to get that big bull move right around somewhere in 2024, probably. Okay. 2024 is looking like a very, very likely time frame. And it's also going to be much more realistic compared to the previous crypto winter that did last a full 2 years. Okay. This is our best bit of analysis for how these coins can perform. I'll also point out something very important that I've been pointing out. In the middle of the crypto winter, we got on many coins a pump higher, okay? A pretty substantial pump higher for many of these coins. Here for XRP, that was a 70% move. Now, for Bitcoin and ETH, we got the pump higher and we never actually fell back lower again. For XRP, we did fall back lower. So I want to take a look at that. Let's go over to Bitcoin. And you're going to see that we got that pump, right? 300% move. We fell back down again, but we did not put in a lower bottom. However, I think that if we look at some of the altcoins out there, we actually did put in a lower low on the second time around, or at least much more close to it. As you can see right over here on, for example, the Cardano chart, it was pretty much neck and neck with the previous bottom. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one here. This is a very good example of what I'm talking about. Let's see which coins would fit the bill here. Got to find coins that were around for back then. I think we'll take a look at Ethereum Classic. That should be a pretty good example as well. So ETC. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? These altcoins can really drop much more again compared to Bitcoin and ETH that were actually able to hold their gains. That's why I'm so bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum this year, especially Bitcoin. Thank you for the 10 likes, everybody. That's absolutely amazing support. I'd love to see some super chats today. I haven't gotten some in the last live stream, and I need super chats to keep doing these videos on a daily basis. So please help support the channel. You can do that right with the little $ sign emoji where you drop comments. And in the meantime, right, we talked about Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP, a few altcoins here and there. I want to see the coins that you want me to do an analysis on today in this live stream. So just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll get around to it. But I need to know which coins you want me to take a look at. So any coins out there, let me know. Let me know. Even if they're a bit smaller, that's okay. I'm waiting for comments, and I'd love to see a super chat to, celebrate this live stream today. That'd make me very, very happy. And like I said, folks, I need the super chats to keep doing these live streams on a daily basis. And hopefully we get some support today. Okay, we got two very good coins here being mentioned. So first one from Carter Crawler. I haven't seen you on the channel yet, so welcome. If you're new, please subscribe. He's asking about KDA. That's Cadena. Very, very interesting coin to take a look at right now, because it is an altcoin that is a very strong performer, but it is one of those altcoins. So it tends to be more volatile than the rest, but this is a very, very interesting coin in my opinion. This is one to, always take a look at, right? Because this thing could go crazy in the next bull market. And we also have Naz asking about FXS. That's Frax. So we're going to take a look at those two coins, starting off with Cadena here as being mentioned by Carter. Thank you for that comment. One of the stars during the bull run, okay, literally in a matter of, let's see here, matter of 96 days up 8,000% plus. If we take it from this level right around over here, we moved up in 44 days, 2,300%. That's a little bit over a month and a half, and it moved up 2,300%. I just want you to imagine what that looks like. Okay, that means that if you had put $1,000 into this, you would have made $23,000 in a month and a half. If you were to put $10,000 in this, you would have made $233,000 in a month and a half. So this just shows you the amount of power that is in this type of coin. Probably has a pretty good supply ratio as well, which I do believe this is actually one of those coins that has a limited supply, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, max supply, see? So that's always a good sign as well. That really helps with getting these short squeezes. Right now, right, it's kind of been consolidating. It has actually bottomed out, which is a good sign. I'd like to see this one go a little bit higher again, but I think that's going to happen. I think we're going to head back above $1.50 here, and we're going to be looking much better after that. We'll probably be trading somewhere around this range right here, maybe a little bit higher in 2023. So, maybe between $3 and $1.50, give or take. And, that's basically going to be setting us up for the next bull market. If it can catch the same amount of attention again, which I think it can, we could see this revisit the all-time highs, if not higher. I would actually expect that, we would probably see $50 on the next bull market if we were managing to get a big pump again. So this is a pretty interesting one in my opinion. Keep that in mind, right? I mean, that's basically a 50x. There's very few coins out there that have that potential. Frax was very, very closely, this was kind of a DeFi star as well this year, but it was very closely linked to the whole FTX drama, so it dropped a lot from that, okay? We're talking about a 90% drop from the all-time highs. But, once again, a coin that has found a bottom here. up 180%. I don't think we're going to revisit the bottom. That was a very, very low price for Frax. This still has quite a bit of investors, I believe. Institutional backing. We also should now put in a support level here at the $7.60 level. And to be honest with you, this is a coin that could even move a bit higher here as we await the next bull market. Even as high as $16. So not bad. Not bad at all, considering that it already moved up a pretty massive amount. This has been a coin that I thought was actually not even performing that well. I guess it turns out that since the bottom, it's been performing very well. That kind of reminds me of Quant to an extent. Of course, it's a bit less nice of a chart, right? It's not a smooth uptrend like Quant is, but its performance is still very good here, considering that we're in a bear market, of course. Guy is asking about VRA, Ore, Trias, Tel are good coins too. Those are all some smaller altcoins. VRA is one with a lot of hype. Okay, this is kind of similar to Theta Network with the whole streaming thing. You can see here that probably people who are really into crypto were buying this thing at the bottom. 260% pump, very impressive. That makes it kind of one of the best performers from the bottom there with some of the coins that we're looking at. This one is also a pretty interesting one because I think the massive fan base that it had in the first bull run will be back again around for the next one. So I'm expecting this one to actually go above its previous all-time highs. I think it's going to perform very well in the next bull market. Ore, I've heard of this coin, but I don't know too much about it. Let's take a look at the chart here. A little bit weaker of a chart. I think I had already done an analysis on this. Of course, it has moved up here, but this was a really, really sluggish several months. The recovery was quite strong, but I'd still like to see this one a little bit higher because this is a pretty ugly chart here still. Trias, I've also seen this coin before. Might have already done some analysis on it. Yeah, so this one was already better with having that support in and actually trying to get a breakout here above its previous high. So trying to get a move probably onwards towards $3 now. A lot of room here to back to the all-time highs. So of course that's what you're going to get with altcoins, right? You're going to get that higher risk, higher reward. And of course Telcoin. Also a little bit sluggish for my liking. From the bottom it looks like about a 200% pump, but very, very, very ugly, nasty downtrend there. I don't like to see that. I'm always scared with these coins that we might end up in something like this permanently. Now, I'm not saying for this coin in specific, but with smaller altcoins in general. Any other coins out there, folks, that you want me to take a look at? Now is your time. If you want to make sure I see your comment or you just want to support the channel, please consider dropping a super chat. That can be done right near the comment section down below. That little dollar sign emoji, that little dollar bill emoji, that's the way to do it. Rick Frey is asking about FET. Let's take a look at it. That's the Fetch token, Fetch AI token. Wow, very, very strong performance on this one. Thank you for mentioning that. I like to see these coins that are kind of performing differently, right? Because, of course, we know to a certain extent how Bitcoin and ETH are performing. And then we have differences here and there. But, altcoins tend to move as a group, or at least medium-sized altcoins. And, of course, we got Bitcoin and ETH kind of moving together always. And then we have altcoins, right? Altcoins, you can find a bit of everything. You can find coins that are completely dead. You can find coins that are turning back on at full speed, okay? That's just because there's less volume. So there's either the money coming in, flowing back in quickly, or there's no money at all. These coins that are being mentioned today by some of our viewers, they're probably pretty into crypto if they're watching these live streams here still during the beginning of maybe the next bull pump. So they know these coins that are performing quite well. Thank you all for your comments there. We've got a lot of comments today. 14 live viewers. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Please make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you're new here, and also consider dropping a super chat for the best crypto insights on YouTube that I'm giving for you here on a near daily basis. So, FET token, let's take a look at it. 400% move. I believe that's one of the strongest movers that we've seen yet. Let's just compare that to Quant real quick. Looking at Quant here from the bottom. Beautiful chart there. This was a picture perfect chart, guys, with this inverse head and shoulder formation. from the absolute high 450%, but it did fall back down a bit to 250%. So FET right now is actually one of the strongest performing coins I've seen yet, because it's holding its 400% gain right now, okay? And it honestly doesn't look like it wants to stop here. Now, it moved up so much that we're bound to see some kind of pullback, right? And that could be even a 50% pullback almost. But for now, it is still pumping. So maybe this will want to go almost up to 40-50 cents here before it slows down, which is quite impressive. I'd have to keep an eye on this one. I have to do more research on this one again. But there's several things that I like about this chart. First off, it got its drop, but it didn't take that long for it to stabilize and start moving up again. That's something I like. Second, it actually got a very clear higher low here on this most recent bottom compared to the last one. So these are all pretty positive signs for a chart. Really cool coins that we got to take a look at today from all of our comments. Thank you so much, everybody. And we still got a bit of time here. If anybody wants to drop any other comments on any other coins you want me to take a look at, or just crypto questions in general, anything like that, let me know. I'll gladly take a look at it. If you want to make sure I see your comment, drop a super chat. We haven't got a super chat supported this stream or in the last one, so I want to see somebody come up and show some support. Lewis Live TV. I haven't seen your comment before. Actually, it looks like there's a few new people on the stream, so welcome everybody who's new. Hopefully you become subscribers. Lewis Live TV asking about Cake. Okay, that's going to be Pancake Swap. Some of you may know this token, some of you may not. If you're in DeFi, you probably know this token though. It's very closely related to the BNB ecosystem. It's basically the Uniswap of the BNB network. And this is a typical coin that's going to perform very, very well, almost guaranteed in the bull markets. When we go into bear market, though, it's going to drop a lot, right? Because the trading volume dropped off, DeFi drops off, so that's what happens. But Binance also, I think, invested directly in Pancake Swap. So this is a token that I do think will make a full recovery, actually, on the next bull market. And, right now it's still in its consolidation, actually. I wouldn't say that we're breaking out here just yet. But I'd keep an eye on it, right? Because these are very low prices. If we go back to the all-time highs, there's some serious gains to be made on this. And then he is asking about Render token. He's saying Render is one to have Apple adoption. I don't know exactly what he means by that. This is a pretty cool token, at least in its idea. Got a pretty nice pump from the bottom here. Still a little bit range bound. Okay, I really want to see this one break out to some higher levels. Get back above at least $1, $1.50. Okay, that's something I like to see for this token, because if we stay in this range here, we could fall back down again and just kind of be in this pretty ugly tight range for a while. It still looks pretty range bound to me. This is obviously, we'll see in the next 1 to 4 weeks if we can get a breakout on this, but if not, right, we see these signs that we were hitting this level and falling right back down, so that could happen again, especially for the smaller altcoins. Any other coins, let me know. Thank you so much for your support. 13 live viewers, that's amazing. We got Connor O'Connor. I believe you've been a regular for a while, Connor, asking about CHZ Chili's. This performed really good, actually, at some point during this bear market with the whole World Cup. And let's see how it's been doing since then. So let's see here. Can I get a more detailed chart? There we go. So I had actually drawn out a pretty decent analysis here of what was going on. We had this flag formation, right? Typical flag formation. Fell right back to where we started and then bottomed, and we actually did come back and almost test that again. We did put in a higher low here, which is something I like to see. That's now 3 higher lows here, so that's also a pretty good sign. And now we are starting to move back up again. Of course, we had gotten that first initial pump that did not hold, so I want to see this one get back above this high right here of 30 cents. Okay, I'd want this to end the year actually above 30 cents. Otherwise, I don't know how much I can trust it moving into the next bull run. 14 live viewers. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Let's see if we can get over 12 likes. That's only one other extra person to like this video. You guys are asking me for a lot of coins today. Quarter asking about RaceFi. I have not heard of this coin. Let's see how this chart is looking. It's a KuCoin coin, so very, very weak chart here. I don't like these type of smaller altcoins, again, that just fall into the abyss, right? This is the type of coin that might never be seen again. I'm sorry to say that, but you need to look at the chart here, okay? The pattern is falling into the abyss unless that severely changes, you know, getting back above 50 cents, which I do not think is going to happen for a coin like this. I know nothing about this project just based off the chart. You know, I think that'll forever be nothingness. Loop Geru asking about XRP. I talked about XRP earlier in this live stream. Please make sure to subscribe and tune into these daily crypto updates because XRP is one of the coins that we always cover, okay? We cover three main coins always, Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. And XRP is actually currently breaking out above 41 cents and moving onwards towards its next target of 55 cents, which should be reached pretty quickly here. Louis Live TV, One More Brother Pond, Marlin Protocol. Loop Geru asking about a W pattern on XRP. Let's see here what he is referring to. So the W pattern, we had an M pattern here when we fell lower, and now are you referring to these two bottoms right over here, Lou? Right here, the W, and then now we're moving higher? That could be the case, right? But even just on a simpler technical analysis note, right? We were range bound, and now we're getting the breakout above 41 cents. So let's see here. He was asking about Pond Louis Live TV. Please consider, for all of you who are dropping a lot of questions about several different coins, please consider dropping a super chat here. Once again, a coin that I don't know if I've seen this coin before. Also, pretty ugly chart to me. You know, no substantial pump off the bottom, especially for a smaller coin. We want to see some pretty crazy moves, and just very, very flat drop into nothingness. I hate this type of chart, guys. I always say that. Marlin Protocol, let's see if this is any different. Of course, it's interesting to see some of these altcoins, right? We see things that, I guess that was the coin that I was taking a look at. But, you know, we see everything with those smaller altcoins, right? Like I said, you're going to see some that are really strong outperformers and not. That's what I'm saying, right? Your average person in crypto should not really be heading out of the top 12, maybe top 20 max, okay? There's no reason to add that extra risk. Crypto is already quite risky enough as is. So, any other thoughts? Anybody wants to let me know here? With that being said, I think we're going to wrap up today's live stream. I'd love to see a super chat here from one of our supporters before I wrap up. Covered a lot of coins for all of you today. Without support, without super chatters, I will not be able to keep doing these live streams on a daily basis, guys. So if you appreciate the hard work, if you appreciate the crypto insights that I give you with the in-depth analysis and answering all your questions, please consider dropping a super chat. Any amount helps. With that being said, we covered many coins today, from the biggest, from Bitcoin to Ethereum to the smaller altcoins. And I think that's going to be it for today's live stream. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for your viewership. If you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. Thank you for the 12 likes on today's live stream. I'll be seeing you all very soon as well. We got Rick Frey coming in with a great super chat donation right before the end of the live stream. Thank you so much, Rick, for the support. I really appreciate people like you who support the channel. I believe you supported the channel as well before. So Huge thank you to Rick here for making this live stream possible with his support and super chat. He's saying, thanks for the FET analysis. No problem. That was a really fun and interesting coin to do an analysis on as well. You even made me take, a double look at it also. And I'll gladly, if you remind me in one of the next few live streams, maybe in, 3 to 4 live streams, take another look at this one. Just let me know. I'd gladly take a look at it as well. So make sure to remind me on that. And thank you so much for your super chat, Rick Frey. Big shout out to you. Hope to see you in our next live stream as well. And I'll try and remember to give you a shout out as well for the support on this live stream. Great support here from Rick. Thank you so much. And with that being said, he put a smile on my face. We'll wrap up this live stream with joy. He's saying you're welcome, and all I have to say is big thank you to Rick for the support and for making these live streams possible for not only himself but for everybody else, right? Because when someone drops a super chat like that, especially a pretty big amount like he just did, it makes these live streams possible for everybody and keeping them free for everybody as well. So thank you so much for the support. I'll be seeing you all very soon. I wish you all the best of luck in your crypto trading and investing here as people are maneuvering this bear market. This little pump, or what could turn into a very big pump. We'll see what happens. But be safe out there. Please keep in mind nothing in this live stream or in any of my videos is financial advice. I'll be seeing you all very soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.